Have you ever wondered what single event could plunge the entire world into chaos? Let's travel back to September 1st, 1939. On that day, German forces stormed into Poland. This wasn't just a border skirmish. It was the spark that ignited the deadliest conflict in human history. Britain and France, bound by treaty to protect Poland, declared war on Germany just 2 days later. Suddenly, Europe was at war, and the world held its breath, unaware of the devastation that was about to unfold. Following the rapid conquest of much of Western Europe, Germany turned its sights on Britain, but an island nation is a tough nut to crack. So, Hitler unleashed the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force, in a massive aerial campaign we now call the Blitz. For months, from 1940 to 1941, sirens wailed across British cities as bombs rained down from the night sky. London, Coventry, and many other cities were turned into Yet, through sheer grit and the skill of the Royal Air Force pilots, the British people refused to break. This resistance was a crucial early victory for the Allies, proving that the German war machine was not invincible. For 2 years, the United States watched the war from the sidelines, providing aid but staying out of the fight. That all changed on a quiet Sunday morning. On December 7, 1941, a surprise attack. Japanese fighter planes descended on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The assault was devastating, sinking battleships and claiming thousands of American lives. The next day, a furious President Roosevelt declared war on Japan. America had officially entered World War II, transforming the European conflict into a truly global one. The industrial might of the United States was now fully mobilized, and the war was about to enter a new, even more intense phase. By 1942, the Axis powers seemed unstoppable, but deep in the frozen plains of Russia, the tide was about to turn. The Battle of Stalingrad became a brutal, grinding conflict, fought street by street, house by house. After months of unimaginable hardship and staggering losses on both sides, the encircled German army finally surrendered in early 1943. This was a catastrophic defeat for Hitler and a monumental victory for the Soviet Union. A year later, on June 6, 1944, the Allies launched the largest amphibious invasion in history, D-Day. Over 150,000 troops landed on the beaches of Normandy, France, opening a vital second front and beginning the liberation of Western Europe. The end was now in sight. Amid the clash of armies, a darkness of an entirely different kind was spreading across Europe. The Nazi regime, driven by a hateful ideology, orchestrated the systematic genocide of European Jews, an event we now call the Holocaust. 6 million Jewish men, women, and children were murdered, along with millions of others Roma people, Poles, political opponents, and more. In concentration and extermination camps like Auschwitz and Treblinka, humanity witnessed its absolute worst. It is a chilling reminder of the depths of human cruelty and why we must never forget the victims or the lessons learned from this horrific chapter in our history. Even after Germany's surrender in May 1945, the war in the Pacific raged on. To avoid a bloody invasion of Japan, the United States made a fateful decision. On August 6, 1945, an atomic bomb was dropped on the city of Hiroshima. 3 days later, a second bomb hit Nagasaki. The destruction was unlike anything the world had ever seen, instantly vaporizing cities and ushering in the nuclear age. Faced with this terrifying new weapon, Japan announced its unconditional surrender on August 15th, officially ending World War II. The world was finally at peace, but it was a peace bought at a staggering cost, forever changing the course of history. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the key moments of World War II. If you found this history lesson interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the events that shaped our world. See you in the next video.